Welcome back to our Community Voices segment where we spotlight local happenings and people in our community. I am joined this morning by someone who has been making music and making people move for more than 4 decades. Grammy-winning Latin jazz flutist Nestor Torres. Welcome. You're here in the hostess city performing at the new Nickel and Oak Lounge.
That is correct. Good morning.
Good morning. But before we get into that, I know you visited Hess K-8 school yesterday.
Yes, I did.
Speaking with students in our area. So can you talk to me? What was that experience like, sharing your music, sharing your experience?
Well, it's wonderful. Thank you for having me, and good morning, everybody. It's wonderful. Every time I have the opportunity to interact with young people, whether they're in kindergarten or in university level, it's just always such a joy. And I didn't just speak with them. We played music, we danced, it was amazing how eager they were to ask questions. They were very curious. They were very open. And it was just a terrific experience. I loved it.
And playing music for more than 30 years, what did you hope those students took away from, having those interactions with them?
Well, to expose them to something new, and through that interaction to acknowledge them, to validate them, to, that exchange, especially through the Q&A, interact with them as equals. Not so much as, oh, you're little kids, no, they're just equals, and we share together. That's something that I remember as a child. It was a challenge for me because, the grown-ups would treat me like a kid. And of course, I was not a kid at 6 years old. And so you're never too young to have your humanity acknowledged.
Yes.
And so I'd like to acknowledge, through each interaction for them that you matter and that I really care about what you have to say and what you want to express.
And that music can also become a career.
Yes, although, it's interesting. I don't focus so much about making music a career, although I have had experiences in which folks, including the conductor, wonderful conductor of the Art Deco ensemble, Giacomo Barrios, I met him in Singapore, and he told me that because of a visit to his high school, that's when he decided to become a musician. So it was very, very poignant, very, very meaningful.
And you've traveled all over the world with your music. So what makes Savannah, the culture, the music here in Savannah, what makes you most excited to perform here?
Well, it is my first time here in Savannah, and of course we have such rich history, and I'm really already enjoying that. But what really is exciting is about this new venue called the Nickel and Oak. I went to the place a couple of days ago. It's a wonderful room. It's right in downtown. And it's both intimate and at the same time, as you can have a full concert experience, but also be in an intimate setting. So I'm very excited, and of course to be in the city for the first time, doing my best to make sure that I can come back.
And for people who haven't experienced Latin jazz live, what do you hope they walk in what do you hope they feel, when they're experiencing that?
It's always important for me to feel the audience and let them know that we're making the music together. My music is about empowering, inspiring, and bringing joy, but at the same time, a sense of, for lack of a better word, resilience. Most entertainers, not most, but many entertainers will say, let's spend some time to forget about troubles. For me, it's about, let us spend time, encourage us to make music together, so we take that feeling as we're confronting our daily challenges with that sense of hope and that sense of positivity that we're making music. You don't have to play musical notes. We can write a beautiful poem or a beautiful symphony, a beautiful song, the way that we live in our day, in our day to day. That's what I hope to, share with the audiences, so that they just take that, with them after the night is over.
All right, and before we say goodbye to you, we want to give some viewers a little sneak peek of what they can experience tonight.
Okay, so here we go.
There you have it. it. Nestor Torres takes the stage tonight at the new Nickel and Oak Lounge at 8 p.m. here in Savannah. Tickets are on sale now. We'll have more information on our website. Again, thanks so much for joining us and sharing your music with us.
Thank you.
And I hope the Savannah community greets you and comes out to support you tonight.
Yes, indeed. Let's see you tonight at the Nickel and Oak Lounge.
Thank you so much. We'll be right back.